As we honor those who have served this Veterans Day weekend, we also wanted to take a look at the struggles that vets face. According to the Department of Veteran Affairs, 7 out of every 100 veterans will have post-traumatic stress disorder at some point in their life. The VA says veterans who fought in Operations Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom were on the higher end, with 29% experiencing PTSD. I spoke with one of those veterans tonight. He shared the struggles he and others have faced and what got him through it. I also spoke separately with a doctor who focuses on alternative treatment like psychedelics and how they're being studied to remedy mental health issues, including PTSD. Here are parts of those conversations. Psychedelics, it sounds crazy when people say it, but talk to us about how that's being used to help treat veterans, dealing with PTSD.
Psychedelic medicines have been researched for decades to try to figure out new ways to treat PTSD, because PTSD in the simplest form is a fear disorder.
I know a lot of guys, that don't even know they're struggling. You know what I mean? They have a life. They're not homeless. They're not going through kind of the depths of darkness that I went through, but they're lost and they have a functioning career, but they're drinking to mask all these issues.
We've learned a lot about veterans' health over the years, and one of the things that's come out that's a really sad statistic is that veterans are about 57% more likely to commit suicide than the average civilian population.
I've lost some of my best friends to suicide, and my 2 closest friends in the Marine Corps both took their lives. And I think the idea, their thought is the idea that that was the best thing for everybody, that there was no hope.
With psychedelic medicines, and the potential is that they have the ability, for example, with ketamine therapy, which is the only legal psychedelic medicine available today in every state, to actually be anti-suicidal and antidepressant within a short time. Like 1 dose can give people a feeling of basically reducing suicidal thoughts in a very major way and providing antidepressant benefits in just 1 shot that has immediate effect that can last 2 or more weeks. With psychotherapy involved, trained providers, that can last even longer.
I'm all for it. It's not for me. It would not be my process, but if it works, I just want people I want our people to live.
What helped you come out of the substance abuse and kind of deal with your PTSD?
I still see my therapist every 2 weeks, so therapy is a big thing. And but again, it's hope, and it's about being open to something different, right? It's about being open that there is a possibility of change.
Now, earlier this year, Australia became the first country to allow psychiatrists to prescribe MDMA. Dr. Rabin says the MDMA FDA studies will be hopefully cleared for use here in the U.S. for clinical use in 2024. A company sponsoring research of its use plans to seek U.S. approval later this year. And do remember, if you or someone you know is struggling, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available for you 24 hours a day. All you have to do is call the numbers on your screen, and that's 988.